What if I told you that one of the smartest men in history, the man who calculated the movement of planets, lost his entire fortune in a single idiotic decision? Isaac Newton, the genius behind gravity, went completely broke because of the same trap that's probably destroying some part of your life right now. And here's the terrifying part. The more successful you are in one area, the more likely you are to fall into this trap in another. Maybe you're disciplined at the gym, but your finances are chaos. Or you're brilliant at work, but your relationships are falling apart. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this happens and how to stop it. Yes, I'm going to show you the three-step framework that ancient philosophers, modern billionaires, and neuroscientists all agree on to protect yourself from this trap. The one thing brilliant people get wrong and how it destroys them starts now. Circle of competence. How your greatest strength becomes your biggest failure. What if your greatest strength was secretly the source of your biggest failures? It's the one thing brilliant people consistently get wrong, and it can destroy them. Maybe you're disciplined at the gym, but your finances are a mess. Or you're a confident leader at work, but can't have a vulnerable conversation with someone you love. The reason this happens is the same reason one of the smartest men in history, Sir Isaac Newton, lost his entire fortune in a single foolish mistake. And understanding his trap reveals an ancient secret about what Warren Buffett calls your circle of competence, and how stepping outside it can turn your greatest strength into your biggest failure. When genius meets disaster, Newton's 20,000-pound mistake. Let me take you back to England in 1720. Sir Isaac Newton, respected across all of Europe, wealthy, brilliant, watches as something called the South Sea Company starts making headlines. The stock is rising. Everyone's talking about it. Friends are getting rich. Now, Newton is no fool. In early 1720, he buys shares. Smart move. By spring, the stock jumps. Newton sells and makes a fortune. This is Isaac Newton we're talking about. The man who can calculate the motion of planets. Of course he knows when to get out, right? But then something shifts. He keeps watching as the stock climbs higher. 400 pounds, 600 pounds, 800 pounds. He watches his friends become far wealthier than him. And that voice starts whispering. You know the one. The fear of missing out. Everyone else is getting rich, and I'm being left behind. So, with the stock near its peak, Newton does something that would change his life. He invests nearly his entire fortune. And then, the music stops. The stock collapses. Newton loses 20,000 pounds, the equivalent of millions today. For the rest of his life, he forbade anyone from even saying the words South Sea in his presence. And here's what he said afterward. I can calculate the motions of heavenly bodies, but not the madness of men. He had mastered the logical universe of physics. But in the chaotic world of human emotion, he was a beginner. His greatest strength, his confidence in his own brilliance, became his biggest failure. The ancient secret. Your toolbox has limits. Newton's trap reveals a fundamental truth. Your intelligence is not a universal key. It's a specialized toolbox. The tools that made him a genius in physics were useless for navigating the madness of financial markets. And this isn't a new idea. For thousands of years, wisdom traditions have been warning us about this exact trap. In ancient Greece, Socrates taught the wisest person is the one who knows the limits of their knowledge, saying, the only true wisdom is knowing you know nothing. In ancient China, Confucius taught about Jingming, the rectification of names, understanding your role and excelling within it. A baker masters bread. A teacher masters teaching. The danger comes when the baker thinks his skill with dough makes him qualified to teach. Confucius warned, real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. In ancient India, the Bhagavad Gita speaks about Dharma, your unique purpose and duty. There's a powerful line that says, it is better to do your own Dharma imperfectly than to do another's Dharma perfectly. Newton's Dharma was physics, but he tried to step into the Dharma of a professional investor. The Buddha taught about maintaining Shoshin, a beginner's mind. An expert's mind can be closed, full of assumptions, but a beginner's mind stays open, curious, ready to learn. The ego's need to be an expert everywhere leads directly to suffering. And the Bible puts it most simply, pride goes before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. The entire book of Job is the story of a man coming face to face with how little he truly understands about the universe. They all saw the same truth from different directions. Your brilliance in one domain doesn't automatically transfer to another. When you step outside your circle of competence, your greatest strength can become your greatest weakness. What this looks like today, let me show you how this plays out in modern life. Warren Buffett is one of the greatest investors who has ever lived. He's made billion-dollar decisions in minutes. His intuition about certain types of investments became legendary. But for decades, he refused to invest in technology companies. He passed on Microsoft, Amazon, and Google. Not because he was afraid, but because he was wise. He knew those companies were outside his circle of competence. He said, I have a gut instinct about what makes sense, and usually that gut instinct has been sharpened by a lot of experience. Translation, my intuition works where I've put in the time. Everywhere else, I'm just guessing. That humility saved him billions during the dot-com crash. While others let their success in traditional investing make them overconfident in technology, Buffett stayed inside his circle. That's not a limitation. That's wisdom. We see this pattern everywhere. The brilliant surgeon who is a genius in the operating room but can't manage their own health. The world-class artist like Leo Tolstoy, whose discipline in writing War and Peace was superhuman, but who was tormented by personal addictions. The charismatic CEO who can lead a company of thousands, but whose family life is falling apart. This isn't a character flaw. It's the human condition. Expertise doesn't transfer automatically. And when we assume it does, our greatest strengths become our biggest failures. The three-step framework to protect you. So, how do we avoid Newton's trap? Let me give you Buffett's framework, the circle of competence. Step 1. Map your territory. Think about the 3 to 5 areas where you have genuine, hard-earned expertise built through years of practice. Maybe it's your profession, parenting, cooking, or understanding people. This is your circle of competence. This is where your intuition is reliable. This is where your strength is actually a strength. Step 2. Acknowledge the wilderness. Everything outside that circle, that's where you're a beginner. And that's not a weakness. That's just reality. Maybe you're brilliant at your job, but a beginner at relationships. You may be disciplined about fitness, but lost when it comes to investing. The wisdom is in acknowledging this honestly, because the moment you step outside your circle without realizing it, your confidence becomes arrogance and your strength becomes your failure. Step 3. Adopt a beginner's mind. When you operate inside your circle, you can be confident. You're the expert. But the moment you step outside, switch your mindset from knowing to learning. Find a guide. Ask questions without shame. Admit what you don't know. Your action plan starting today. Here's what I want you to do today. First, take out a piece of paper and draw a circle. Inside it, write the 3 areas where you have genuine earned expertise. This is your circle of competence. Second, outside that circle, write down 3 areas where you've been acting like an expert, but haven't actually earned it, where your confidence from one area has made you blind in another. Be honest. This isn't about feeling bad. It's about seeing clearly. Third, for those areas outside your circle, make a choice. Either commit to becoming a true beginner or make peace with staying out of that territory. The moment you stop pretending to know is the moment you can actually learn. Drop a comment below and tell me, what's one area where you realize you've been operating outside your circle of competence? And if this helped, share it with someone who might need this reminder. We all know someone brilliant who has a blind spot. Someone whose greatest strength has become their biggest failure. If you're looking for ancient wisdom to tackle modern challenges, hit that subscribe button. Because true wisdom isn't about the size of your circle of competence. It's about having the clarity to see the line and the humility to honor it. Your greatest gift is not your brilliance. It's the wisdom to know where your brilliance ends. I'll see you in the next one.